Hi guys, so today we're doing something completely different than normal. I don't know how it's gonna play out on the channel, but we'll try it out. I figured we could do some different types of videos for uploading now that I mostly stream gaming. So let's check it out. Today we're gonna be doing a book talk. Here's my books. That I've read within the last 6 months. It's honestly, I'm already lying because the Fourth Wing series, I read the whole series and I just brought this one here. Um, Anyone who follows the channel knows that my house flooded. At least downstairs did. So this is the only one I have because the rest was taken with the crew, just until they can repair the house. So we have the Fourth Wing series to discuss. I feel like I have to do this one next because it's kind of related to the other one. The Direbound book. I've seen, I didn't know it was popular until I saw, I knew it was a bestseller, I think. Oh no, it's not a bestseller. Well, it's popular, but I didn't know it was that popular until I saw, somebody I know on Instagram. Somebody I actually know. Um, like, it was like, oh my god, I finally got it. And I was like, what are you talking about? I got it at Barnes & Noble, but okay. Anyway, so we'll discuss that. I kind of want to compare it to Fourth Wing, not too hard, but just a little bit to, explain my opinion on it. And this is all just gonna be opinion. This is really, not anything concrete. None of these books were bad, and even if one had been bad to me, that's my opinion. So, do with that what you will. And then the other book I did actually talk about on the channel is The Spellshop. This one's just kind of I wanted something cozy, something different. So, anyway, we'll dive on in. I guess we'll start with Fourth Wing because I guess we'll start with Fourth Wing. I'm not gonna get into details. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything. But if I am gonna spoil something, I'll tell you to mute or skip ahead. I might spoil this one a little bit, so I will tell you when for that one. But for Fourth Wing, I'm not really gonna say too much. I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. Let me see, can I hold this toward you guys? There we go. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Miss Astra's looking. Yeah. She's snoozing. But anyway. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's kind of funny because one of my relatives was reading it. And was like, hey, do you want to read it? And so she gave me this book. It does not have the cover sleeve. I did not lose the cover sleeve. This is how it was given to me. And it is a little messed up right here, which kind of hurts me internally. But anyway, so I like it. I like romantasy. I like fantasy. Percy Jackson was the OG for me. So it was so great getting to read this. For me, it was one of those books that I started reading it and I just went through it so fast, didn't even blink. And the characters are really good. I feel like the plot is well told. I don't think that everything in the book is the most original thing ever. I love it, but I don't think it's super original, but I think that the way that it's told is so good. And the pacing and all that kind of stuff, I really loved it. I think this first one is still my favorite of the series. I did like the third one. As it usually is for series, I think the second one was slow for me. But I could be wrong. I don't know. But we're awaiting the next one. But I really liked the third one. So Anyway, not gonna do any spoilers, but really did enjoy it. If you like fantasy and you don't mind, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you have to not mind it like having sexual content in it, because I think that some people just like that's not their cup of tea. They don't like that in books, or they don't like a lot of it, and you kind of can't really get around that in this series. I mean, you can skip through. You don't have to read that if you don't want to. But that's just kind of, to me, like, what a romantasy book is. Like, that's just kind of part of it. I expect it. I'm not, like, one of those people that's like, oh my god, give it to me. But I'm one of those people that's like, I mean, I knew it was coming. So, anyway. Yeah. So, I enjoyed it. But anyway, so we'll move on to this book that... Scarily enough, I read after I finished the most recent Fourth Wing book. I think it was Iron Flame or whatever. And I was immediately like, oh my god, this is Fourth Wing. It's just a knockoff. And it's got its own story. I mean, it has to do with wolves, obviously, instead of dragons. But the similarities don't stop there. Like, it's very, I know there's a lot of people that really like it, and I don't think it's bad. Again, I don't think it's a bad book. I just think that reading it after Fourth Wing was very underwhelming. I feel like you should read this one first, and if you like this, then you know you'll like Fourth Wing. I don't think the next one is out yet, but I did like some of the characters, but my thing is, it didn't really feel, like, developed enough for me. It felt like it needed more meat, if that makes sense. Like, Fourth Wing has layers and layers and layers that you unpack, and this one, it's like I was able to predict everything before it happened, and that can get kind of like over time, you know what I mean? But let me think of some strong suits. The main character is different, quite different from the main character in Fourth Wing. So far I've been doing good with not, like, spoilers, so that's good. Trying to think. Yeah, I liked the main character. I felt like this was somehow more gruesome in a way than Fourth Wing. Like, I felt like it was kind of intense compared to Fourth Wing. And Fourth Wing was intense. I mean, just like all of these kinds of books, people die. You know what I mean? But this one was, like, intense. Like, I feel like Fourth Wing, like, the world is being revealed to her as, it's like, as the world's being revealed to her, it's being revealed to you. So you learn as you go, whereas this one, it's like you're just thrown right in. Like, it's intense. And, I don't know, I felt like it needed a little bit more meat, and the characters needed more development and more time to grow. But it is by an author that is actually two people, I think, that were fanfiction writers before writing this. So, you know, for, like, coming from that kind of background, I think they did a really good job. I think this book is I think it's good. I think it was a bad choice for me to read it after reading Fourth Wing. I think I should have either waited or just, like, probably not read it. I would honestly, for me, it was, like, probably a 3.5 out of 10, out of 5 out of 10. That's terrible. No, like a 3.5 out of 5. but for me, but for, like, as far as, like, the likability of the book, I'd say it's a 4 out of 5. Like, I think it's, like, it's the kind of book that if you like romantasy, it checks all the boxes. It has everything. It's just not, it was not for me. And I did feel like the main character was just, like, because I could predict everything, and maybe it's because the dynamic, like, he keeps playing up the part that she's not, like, she's not the smartest person, right? And Violet from Fourth Wing is supposed to be super intelligent. So as she goes through, she's always solving things. You know what I mean? And I think going from that perspective to this perspective, I was still solving. You know? So maybe that affected it too. I don't know. But now I'm actually reading a new book. It's not in this. I didn't bring it in here. Because I'll talk about it when I actually finish it. Because I'm only, like, I think I'm, like, halfway through it now. But it's, like, a gothic romantasy. And that one, let me tell you, when I read this, I thought this was intense. That book is a whole other level. Oh my god. And it's, like, gross in ways that are, like, not, like, I think it needs, like, a content warning at the beginning. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. When I go to talk about that one, I'll probably spoil it. But it's a lot to swallow, but it's written well, and I'm intrigued by it. So I do like it. Oh, my headphone's been in the way this whole time. Anyway. What you doing? You going down? Yeah. I do big jumpy. Big jumpy. Yeah. Okay, so now the last one that I read most recently is called The Spell Shop. I think I might have read this one in between. I think I did. This one took me way longer than it should have, because look how short it is. It took me way longer than it should have. Oh, I'll do it this way. But it's because it felt really slow to me. But the vibes that it is, like, it's supposed to be a calm, chill read, kinda. It gives you that. It gives you everything at face value that it says it's going to. I did feel like some of the side characters were a little bit, like, they needed more. I don't know how else to explain it. I saw someone, like, commenting on Goodreads about this, and they said that the side characters are kind of flat. And I didn't want to say that, but I don't know how else to say it now that I've read that. Because it is kind of true. I feel like the side characters needed a little bit more to make them feel rounded. But I did feel like her companions that live with her, I'm not gonna, like, spoil, like, anything much about them, but Kaz is one of them. And then there's another one. I think his name is Meep. Or her name. I can't remember. But, yeah. I really did. I thought they were really well done. But I think it's because they're so unique. And I feel like the other villagers were a little bit less flat. I mean, a little bit less, rounded. But it was good. It was very good. It was very sweet. I definitely enjoyed it. I think it might be a book that I donate one day. Not yet, but, like, at some point. Just because I don't think I'm gonna read it again. But I am curious to, like, this author has other books that are all similar to this kind of vibe. Like, this one's the Spellshop, and then here on the back it says the Enchanted Greenhouse. I've definitely seen that one at Barnes & Noble's. But there's another one, too. There's like 3 books, I think, so far. Or at least maybe a third one in the works, I don't know. That she's been doing, and I think they're all kind of a similar vibe. So I'd be curious to try other ones and see if they're, like, the same kind of thing. I'm not sure. But I very much enjoyed it. It just, I think coming from reading so many series that are intense to going to this one, I needed something different. But at the same time, it didn't have enough for me, enough traction for me to keep me focused. So it took me like, I want to say like 3 months almost to read this. Because I'd read like a chapter and then I'd be like, oh, I'm going to bed. Whereas usually when I'm reading at night, I read like 10 chapters and I eventually get tired enough. Whereas this one, I would just get tired so quickly. So, I don't know. But, and I was sad because there's this little cat with wings on it. And though it does eventually show up in the plot, this is not like anything major or important to the plot. So that made me upset, because I thought that that was going to be, like, I love cats, so I thought that that was going to be a big part of the book, and it wasn't. But yeah. It's about, like, going back to your roots and stuff, and, you know, finding a place for yourself. So it's really, really sweet message, and yeah. But anyway, that's my little book haul for the past few months. Again, I read the whole up to current Fourth Wing series, so it wasn't just 3 books. It was about 5 books. But, you know. I think I read something else at some point. I started reading something, but it wasn't like my cup of tea, so I don't think I finished it. So I didn't include that. But yeah, that's my little haul. I thought we'd do something different. I'm also thinking maybe like every week I'll try to do something. And I'm thinking like one of my favorite stores is liquidating Francesca's. This is actually from Francesca's. But yeah, I got some stuff from Francesca's. I'm thinking I could do a little haul or something. Where I just show off the cute little, like, clothes that I got. And I want to do a decluttering of my closet. I think that could be fun. I've been watching a lot of Mia Maples, so kind of like shout out. But I've been watching a lot of her content. So now it's like, oh my gosh, I want to declutter my closet because it really needs it. So we'll probably do that kind of stuff as well, just for fun. But yeah, I will keep streaming every day during the week, 5 days a week. You know, gaming. And then I'm thinking we have a little Saturday upload of just something random and fun that I'm doing. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to check out other stuff on my channel. I'm getting ready in... Yeah, so when you see this, you guys, I'm going to be doing Scarlet Hollow next week. So that's gonna like take over my life for probably a week. I'm really excited. Oh, I had the book. The book that I was talking about that I'm currently reading is actually right here. But yeah, I'm only like halfway through, so I don't want to say anything about it. But this one I'm gonna discuss at length. I think there will definitely be spoilers because I need to unpack this bad boy. There is so much happening in this, and so much uncomfortableness happening in this. I did not anticipate the levels of discomfort. Like, I anticipated, like, gore, you know, and like people dying, because that's just kind of what happens in romantasy. But I didn't inspect some of this other stuff. I was like, that's just disgusting. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think and your opinions, and if you would like to see another video like this. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!